Hello and welcome to the Wonder Woman of Aviation podcast, sponsored by Patrick Mackley Air Shows and Extreme Flight. We're at Oshkosh, which is a new location for us, and we're doing a live podcast in the hangar at the Level booth. Level is a wireless aviation company, and I'm talking with Ananda, and I know you as Michi.
Michelle.
So,
For people that aren't close to me, so you can keep calling me Michi if you want.
Ananda and Michelle, we're going to go with Michelle, who are the Wonder Women of Level Aviation. So we're going to learn more about Level. What is Level? What products do they have? I mean, they have a lot of cool technology. I hear they have a B.O.M. So we're going to learn more about the B.O.M. And we're going to learn about other roles that women have in aviation that aren't necessarily pilots or flight attendants, but the ops side of the house. We're going to learn about the engineering side of the house. So we're going to start with the closest to me, Ananda. First of all, can you tell me a little bit about the company, Level? Where did the name come from? I'm hearing there's a family business involved. So tell me a little bit more about Level.
So Level. Oh, in Spanish is Levil.
That's right.
But here is Level. It comes from my dad's two last name, Leon Villasmil Levil. And it works out in aviation because it's Level Technology, or Level Aviation, I guess. It's a family company. My dad is the president. And mastermind of all the technology behind this. I do mainly software, like all the apps on the iPad and the firmware of the B.O.M, which we'll go into later. And she's my sister-in-law, this smart woman right here. We have my cousin, my other cousin. It's a family business. I don't know how we don't hate each other yet. That cousin over there needs a boyfriend, by the way. Any pilots available? We're taking applications here at Hangar C. You can see the spirit. Like, that's why I love working here, because it's just about the passion and having fun for us mainly. And we get to do cool technology, revolutionary as well. So we contribute to this wonderful industry, and it's been good. It's as a girl, it's been difficult in a way because this is a male-dominated industry. So I started when I was 21 years old, and we developed the first wireless AHRS that communicated with an iPad back in 2011. And I remember going with a circuit board to all the apps like ForeFlight and WingX. They were just, at the time, electronic flight bag just for moving maps. And I went with my little wireless AHRS and a circuit board. And I was afraid that they weren't going to take me seriously because, 1, I was a girl, 2, I was 21, and 3, I had a green circuit board in my hands, like, here, I can do this. But that's how I started. And since then, it's been wonderful. But you do get, I guess Michelle will explain how hard it is at the show to be a woman, and you have people come to the booth, and then they wait for the men to explain the products, and then when they have, or if they have a really technical question, they really wait for the men, and then they're like, no, she can answer your question better than me. So yeah, it's been interesting.
And that's a common trend that I'm seeing and I'm hearing throughout the industry, and that's something that we as women have to fight a little bit harder and a little stronger. So I kudos to you for being out here, pushing through, and just doing your thing. I want to talk to you a little bit. So you are the operations, you do the operations side of the house. So what does that entail for operations for Level?
Everything.
So there's kind of a joke. I have imagine one of those business chairs that are on wheels, like a rolly chair. And every time somebody needs something, I spin and I say, yes, how can I help you? Because I'm HR, I'm accounts receivable, I'm accounts payable, I'm legal, I'm our patent department. So basically I do everything that has to that is not making anything. So, and even sometimes I make things too. But basically just keeping all of my crazy scientists in order and making sure that we meet deadlines and that the business is running smoothly and that our customers are happy and that we just keep things going. That's my main job.
So you mentioned mad scientists, so I want to learn more about the process because obviously you're a family business, you work really closely together. So when you have an idea, a concept for something like the B.O.M or this contraption behind me you're going to talk about, can you walk me through the process of how do you execute those ideas? Like who comes up with it? Who's the mastermind, the mad scientist, and who executes those ideas? Okay. Any of you can answer it.
Mainly, so I guess it works out. It's a teamwork, obviously. I have a very creative brain, but I'm very bad with like electronics and mechanics and whatnot. And when my dad was doing his avionics, and I was helping him with the development, I was like, I don't like cables. I was like, is there a way to do this wireless? Can we do this? So most of the time, like I have an idea or I have an idea of how to make a product better, but I don't necessarily know what to do. And that's when my dad comes into play. Like he can make anything happen. So most of the time that's what happens, like, or he has an idea and then I help him out. So we have 3 engineers, me, my dad, and Francisco, my dad's partner. And then we have an amazing team behind us that, it's one thing to make a product or a prototype, but it's a completely different beast to bring it to market. And I think we are very lucky to not only be working with family, but people that are passionate about aviation. And I think that's what shows behind the products. We do the development process, the research process, but then the other guys just make it good for the public.
So what would you say your main goal and objective with Level is in the aviation industry? What is your mission statement?
You want to go?
I mean, hold on. Let me turn around. Now I'm PR. No, our big thing is, we say our slogan is Avionics Reimagined, and we really believe that. We always want to push it a little bit farther. I have a contact at the FAA who he says every time he sees my number pop up, he gets a little nervous.
So creativity. We're talking about creativity, and I want to learn more about the B.O.M. I hear that there's a product called the B.O.M. It's not typically what you would think of for a product. So tell me what the B.O.M. is. How did you get the name? What is the B.O.M. and what is its purpose?
Yeah, so we weren't so crazy as to call it a BOMB with a B at the end, but BOM is actually an acronym. It stands for Broadcasting Outer Module, and basically it's a self-contained, self-powered avionics suite. What is its purpose? And again, kind of going back to our purpose, and that's just making avionics affordable, innovative, and fun. And the fact that we can put this under the wing of the plane, connect it to Wi-Fi on any tablet, and basically get a full 6-pack, AOA, AHRS, ADS-B in, GPS, all of that data, and have it accessible at your fingertips for an affordable price is basically the embodiment of what it is we try to do every day. I don't know if you want to add anything.
What type of aircraft?
Any aircraft, experimental, light sports, and certified. I would say the main customer for the B.O.M. is an airplane that's got 40-year-old technology, which is a lot of them out there that want to modernize the airplane, but it costs more than the airplane to do that. That's where the B.O.M. comes in. You put it under the wing and it gives you a modern glass cockpit. You can use it with your iPad, your phone, or whatever, and it gives you either a backup to all your instrumentations in a certified airplane, or you can use it as a primary flight instrumentation on an experimental and light sport.
Okay. And I'm really excited because we, as a team, Extreme Flight Patrick Mackley Air Shows, are going to put it on the Pitts S1S. So I'm going to show some video of what that looks like, what that entails. So stay tuned for that. Before I let everyone go, I want to learn more about the Autopilot, which is behind me. So I'm going to walk over here. Tell me a little bit about what the Autopilot is. We were so blessed to be part of the launch party and reveal party the other night, which is awesome. But tell me a little bit more about what this is.
So, talking about avionics reimagined, this is a trim tab based autopilot. So, normally you would have a big servo connected to your control cables moving your yoke. In this case, we're not connected to your control lines. We're using small RC servos, as you can see here. This is an example of a peel and stick solution. You have a small RC servo driving a trim tab. So you're actually going to put one on the elevator and one on the aileron. And that gives us access to your roll and pitch. So you can do heading hold, altitude climb and descent, follow a flight plan, everything from your iPad, basically.
That is amazing. I mean, what you're doing for the aviation industry with technology, with wireless technology is amazing. So I know things are getting a little hectic in your booth, so I'm going to ask one final question. Being a woman, being in the aviation industry, what does diversity, equity, and inclusion mean to you?
What does diversity
mean to you?
I think it means the possibility to do stuff like this, because it wouldn't work in, I guess, in level aviation, because I think differently, because I didn't like the cables, because, you know, I think differently. We were able to come up with these kinds of products. Otherwise, it would have stayed the traditional way. So I think having diversity is the key to innovation and thinking outside the box.
That is a beautiful, beautiful answer. Thank you, Ananda. Thank you, Michi. For those that want to learn more about Level, follow, order some products, put it on the aircraft, where can they find you?
So super easy. If you're watching this, it's probably because all of our marketing is probably all over the place too. But you can follow us on Facebook or Instagram, Level Aviation, or visit us on our website, levelaviation.com. Or you're also welcome to call any one of us, or even come down to Oviedo, Florida, and take a tour of the factory. We're always happy to show that when we say made here, or not here in Wisconsin, but made in Florida, we actually make everything in-house. So super proud of that fact too.
That is awesome. Well, thank you both. Thank you both for taking the time and truly being Wonder Woman of Aviation. Thank you all for listening to the podcast. Follow us all, Level, and PatrickMacLearShows.com at Extreme Flight. I will post everything on our social media. Thank you.
You're welcome.